Imagine investing just 50 minutes today that will shape your entire future. These minutes hold the power to transform your mindset, your habits, and your destiny for the next 5 decades. Stay with me for the full 50 minutes. Hit follow now and commit to the change that will define your life. Ground purpose. Take a moment right now. Close your eyes if it helps and feel the weight of your body pressing down into the earth beneath you. Imagine that ground, solid, vast, and ancient, holding you up without question or hesitation. The earth doesn't rush, it doesn't tremble, it simply supports. It is patient and enduring, a silent guardian that has witnessed the passage of countless seasons, the rise and fall of empires, the birth and death of stars. The ground beneath your feet is not merely soil or stone. It is a symbol of steadfastness, of quiet strength, and unwavering presence. Like this earth, your purpose must be rooted deep within you, beyond the reach of passing winds or stormy skies. It must settle in the very core of your being, anchoring you firmly even when life's tempests rage around you. Without this grounding, you risk becoming like a fragile leaf caught in a capricious wind, tossed, directionless, vulnerable to forces beyond your control. Purpose is not a vague idea or a fleeting spark of inspiration that fades when the day grows long. It is the deep current flowing beneath your surface thoughts and actions, the fire burning steadily in the quiet corners of your soul. Purpose is the answer to one of life's most profound questions. Why do I wake? What moves me beyond the mere instinct to survive? What calls me to rise each morning, even when the world feels heavy and uncertain? It is this why that gives your life its pulse, its direction, and its meaning. When your purpose is clear and steady, when it burns like a lighthouse beacon in the darkest night, it becomes a force impossible to uproot. No matter how fierce the storm, no matter how daunting the path ahead, your purpose holds you steady. It gives your footsteps meaning and your spirit unyielding strength. Think of purpose as the root system of an ancient towering tree. These roots stretch deep beneath the surface, weaving through soil, stone, and time, unseen but vital. They draw nourishment from the earth and hold the tree firm against the most violent winds. While the branches sway and the leaves dance in every breeze, the roots stand silent and strong, providing life and stability. In much the same way, your purpose anchors you beneath the visible surface of your daily existence. It nourishes you when challenges arise and keeps you steady when everything else shifts. Without roots, even the tallest tree is no more than a fragile stalk, vulnerable and soon to fall. Without purpose, you are adrift, easily lost in the distractions and demands of the world, your identity scattered and weak. Grounding your purpose is neither quick nor easy. It requires deep reflection, self-honesty, and patience. It asks you to peer into the depths of your own heart and soul, to confront your fears and desires without flinching. It demands that you sift through the noise, the opinions, expectations, and distractions of others to hear the quiet but persistent call of your true self. This is not a one-time discovery, but a lifelong journey, a process of unfolding and awakening. The world around you will pull and tug in many directions, tempting you with fleeting pleasures, shallow validations, and the false security of complacency. But the call to purpose endures. It is a quiet voice that beckons you to live with intention, to move with clarity, and to build a life grounded in meaning. To stand firm in your purpose is a profound act of courage and humility. It means making a commitment to a path that may not be easy or popular. It means resisting the urge to follow the crowd or chase after what glitters momentarily but lacks substance. Standing in purpose requires saying no to distractions and yes to the difficult but rewarding work of growth, discipline, and self-mastery. Yet in this commitment lies true freedom. The freedom from chaos, confusion, and aimlessness. It is a freedom that comes not from control over the world, but from control over your own mind and spirit. The strength that springs from rooted purpose is quiet but unmistakable. It does not seek to dominate or overpower, but to sustain and support. When you know your path and walk it with integrity, you radiate a calm confidence that draws others naturally. People are drawn to those who embody purpose. not because of arrogance or loudness, but because of a deep authenticity and unwavering presence. Like a mountain standing tall and serene amidst swirling storms, your grounded purpose becomes a beacon of strength and calm in a turbulent world. Purpose is not a fixed point, but an evolving reality. Like the earth itself, it shifts and changes with the seasons of your life, shaped by experiences, lessons, and new insights. Yet, its core remains, a wellspring of meaning that sustains and guides you through all changes. To cultivate this wellspring, return often to the question, why do I do what I do? Let it be your meditation, your compass, your sacred guide. When doubts or fears cloud your vision, let this question bring you home, back to your center, back to your strength. Feel the ground beneath you again. Let it remind you that no matter how chaotic or uncertain life becomes, you are held firmly by a power far greater than circumstance. This grounding fills you with resilience to face fear, with calm resolve, clarity to move forward, and peace to live with dignity. It is the source of your courage and your deepest peace. Stand firm. Walk your path with pride and humility. Let your purpose be your foundation, your anchor, and your light. The world bows to those who know their path and walk it with quiet strength. Moment choice. This very moment, right now in this breath, holds more power than you may realize. It is a silent crossroads where all time converges. The past lies behind you, a story already told and etched into the fabric of your life. The future stretches out before you, vast and uncertain, like a blank canvas waiting for your brush. But the true power, the real tangible strength you carry, is rooted here, in this present breath, in the way you choose to stand, think, and act right now. What you decide and how you show up in this moment will send ripples across your entire existence, echoing far beyond the hours and days that follow. The warrior understands this truth deeply, with a calm certainty born of experience and presence. He knows that there is no better time to begin than now, no perfect moment waiting in the shadows of tomorrow. Too often, people fall into the trap of waiting for the right conditions, waiting to feel ready, waiting for clarity to arrive, waiting for fear to dissipate. But life does not wait. The river flows regardless of hesitation. The sun rises without delay, and the moment will pass whether you choose to seize it or let it slip by. The warrior moves with the flow of life, knowing that readiness is not a prerequisite, but a result. Courage grows not from the absence of fear, but from stepping forward despite it. Every time you choose to rise, to engage fully with the present moment, you build the strength and resilience that will carry you through the uncertainties ahead. It's important to remember, you may not control the circumstances that come your way, the unforeseen challenges, the actions of others, or the twists of fate, but you always hold the power to control your response. This power lies in your awareness and your choices in this very breath. You decide whether to shrink back or stand tall, whether to be consumed by doubt or anchored in clarity. This is where true freedom lives, in the mastery of self, in the conscious command of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The decision to rise, to claim your power, is the most profound act of sovereignty you can make. Consider the impact of embracing this moment with intention. Each choice you make, however small, compounds over time. Choosing to persevere when exhaustion tempts you to quit, speaking your truth when silence is easier, or simply breathing deeply to regain calm amid chaos, these moments, repeated faithfully, build the foundation of a life lived with purpose and strength. The warrior does not waste these gifts by drifting through life on autopilot. He knows that greatness is born in the small, consistent acts of presence and commitment. Hesitation, while natural, is the greatest thief of potential. It convinces us that later is better, that tomorrow will bring the answers we seek. But this illusion steals the precious energy of now. Every moment spent doubting or delaying is a moment lost, a chance missed. The warrior breaks free of this paralysis through decisive action. He understands that to move forward imperfectly is better than waiting for perfection. Each step taken, each choice embraced, strengthens his resolve and sharpens his clarity. The present moment is both fleeting and eternal. It slips away with the next heartbeat, yet it contains infinite possibility. It is the sacred space where your life unfolds, where your purpose reveals itself, and where your destiny is forged. To honor this moment is to honor the life you have been given, to embrace the power of presence and the responsibility of choice. It is to recognize that your journey is made up not of distant milestones, but of countless moments lived fully and consciously. So now here in this breath, ask yourself, how will I show up? Will I meet this moment with courage, clarity, and intention? Will I choose to rise above fear and hesitation? Will I step into my power and walk the path with resolve and grace? The answer you give will shape the days, months, and years that follow. Your future is being written with every breath you take, every action you make in this very instant. Choose courage, choose presence, choose to rise. This moment is yours, own it. Build discipline. Discipline is the quiet, unseen force that underpins every meaningful success. It is often overlooked because it does not announce itself with grandeur or applause. Instead, discipline works silently and steadily beneath the surface, shaping your character with each deliberate choice. Like the steady drip of water carving through stone, it slowly but surely molds the essence of who you are becoming. It is the steady heartbeat of persistence, the patient rhythm that keeps you moving forward when the excitement of a new goal fades and the weight of reality presses down. Discipline is not about harsh restrictions or self-punishment. It is about creating a framework of freedom, a freedom to act according to your deepest values rather than fleeting impulses or distractions. True discipline begins with the simple but profound choice to rise early when your body longs to rest. It is waking before dawn in quiet solitude, embracing the stillness of morning to prepare your mind and body for the day ahead. This moment, often unnoticed by the world, is where discipline flexes its strength. It is a commitment made not once but repeatedly, day after day, moment after moment, to prioritize what truly matters over temporary comfort, saying no to distractions. Those subtle thieves of time and focus is a crucial part of this process. In a world overflowing with endless streams of entertainment, social media, and instant gratification, discipline is the shield that guards your dreams from being stolen away by the noise. Discipline is paradoxical. It feels like chains from the outside, but it grants you the deepest freedom. By choosing to act with purpose and consistency, you reclaim control over your life. You free yourself from the tyranny of impulses and fears. You become the master of your time, energy, and attention. This freedom is not granted. It is earned, forged in the daily fires of effort and dedication. It is in the repetition of small intentional acts. Each meditation session that calms your mind, each moment spent moving your body, each page read to feed your knowledge, each reflection that deepens your awareness, that your spirit is forged into an unbreakable fortress. The monk's path offers a powerful example of discipline in action. He trains his body and mind with relentless devotion, understanding that mastery is not a sudden gift, but the accumulation of countless small actions. Each breath taken mindfully, each stretch felt fully, each lesson absorbed becomes a brick in the fortress of his character. This fortress is not built for display but for strength. Strength to withstand the storms of life, strength to resist the temptations of distraction, strength to rise each time he falls. You are that builder too. Every choice to cultivate discipline is a brick laid with care. Every ritual established is a pillar raised in support of your greater purpose. Building discipline requires rituals, reliable patterns of action that ground you and prepare you for life's challenges. These rituals may include meditation to center your mind and cultivate presence, deliberate movement to awaken your body and release tension, study and learning to sharpen your intellect and broaden your perspective, and reflection to connect with your inner self and maintain clarity of purpose. These are not burdensome tasks, but gifts you give yourself, tools that empower you to navigate life's battles with grace and resilience. Through these daily practices, discipline transforms from a concept into a living, breathing force within you. Discipline bridges the gap between dreams and reality. Without it, even the most vivid visions remain just fantasies. beautiful but intangible. With discipline, your dreams gain weight and substance. They become reachable goals, brought closer by every act of consistent effort. The path may be slow and the progress gradual, but each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. The warrior knows that endurance is just as vital as speed. The journey to mastery is a marathon, not a sprint, and discipline is the fuel that sustains you throughout. When motivation fades, and it will, discipline is what carries you onward. Motivation is a flame that burns bright but flickers with the wind. Discipline is the steady hearth fire that keeps you warm through the darkest nights. It is the inner voice that whispers encouragement when your spirit feels weak, and the gentle hand that steadies you when distractions pull you away. This steadfastness is the hallmark of true mastery. It is the difference between fleeting effort and lasting transformation. So commit yourself today to the daily cultivation of discipline. Understand that greatness is not born of sudden inspiration, but of consistent, purposeful action repeated over time. Be the builder of your own fortress, the architect of your destiny. Through discipline, you will find the freedom to live fully, the strength to overcome obstacles, and the power to shape your life with intention and grace. Mind battlefield? The greatest war you will ever fight is not waged in distant lands or in the clashing of armies. It is fought quietly, relentlessly, within the depths of your own mind. The battleground is your consciousness, the terrain shaped by thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Here, your fiercest enemies do not wear armor or carry swords. They come cloaked as doubt, fear, anger, and distraction, silent invaders that can cripple your spirit if left unchecked. These internal adversaries are cunning and relentless, whispering lies, stirring unrest, and seeking to pull you away from your true path. Yet, paradoxically, the very mind that harbors these enemies also holds the power to be your greatest ally and strongest fortress. The mind is a blade, capable of incredible sharpness and resilience. But like any weapon, it must be forged and tempered through careful training. Left untrained, the mind becomes dull, fragmented, and easily broken under pressure. But with discipline and practice, it can be honed to a razor's edge, focused, precise, and unbreakable. This training is not about suppressing thoughts or emotions, but about cultivating awareness and mastery. It begins with calming the storm within, learning to observe your thoughts as a silent witness rather than an overwhelmed participant. Like a warrior sitting quietly before battle, you watch the mind's restless waves without judgment, without attachment, simply acknowledging their presence. This practice of mindful observation is the foundation of mental mastery. By stepping back from your thoughts, you create a space between stimulus and reaction, between feeling and response. In this space lies your power, the power to choose which voices to listen to and which to dismiss. Not every thought is truth. Not every emotion demands action. The mind can be noisy, filled with echoes of past failures, fears of the future, and distractions of the present. But when you cultivate stillness and clarity, you can discern the voice of wisdom amidst the chaos. This voice speaks softly but surely, guiding you toward truth and right action. A distracted mind is a defeated mind. When the mind flits from worry to doubt to anger, it loses its strength and direction. It becomes scattered, vulnerable, and easily swayed by the tides of emotion and external circumstance. The warrior knows that victory begins with stillness. The calm mind sees clearly, acts decisively, and moves with precision. It is like a lake reflecting the moon, undisturbed by ripples, revealing the world in perfect clarity. When your mind is still, you no longer stumble blindly. You navigate life's challenges with awareness and grace. Mastering your thoughts is the key to mastering your destiny. The external world may be unpredictable, chaotic, and beyond your control, but the mind is your domain, the kingdom you can govern with discipline and care. Every battle won within strengthens your spirit and prepares you for the battles outside. Each moment of clarity, each choice to redirect your focus away from fear and distraction toward presence and purpose is a victory in itself. This inner battlefield requires constant vigilance and practice. Like a seasoned warrior sharpening his blade, you must regularly cultivate mental clarity and resilience. Meditation, mindful breathing, and reflective practice are tools in your arsenal. They help you cut through mental fog and strengthen your capacity to stay present amid turmoil. Through these practices, the mind becomes not a source of suffering, but a wellspring of strength, wisdom, and peace. Remember, the war within is not a punishment, but a profound opportunity, a chance to rise beyond limitation and discover your true power. When you master your mind, you free yourself from chains of doubt and fear. You unlock the ability to live fully, love deeply, and act with unwavering intention. The battlefield within becomes your sacred ground, where transformation unfolds and true victory is won. Stand firm, calm the storm, sharpen your blade. Your mind is your greatest ally. Action path. Purpose and discipline are powerful forces, but without action, they remain nothing more than thoughts and intentions. They are seeds lying dormant in the soil, waiting for the water of effort and the sunlight of movement to awaken them. The warrior understands this truth intimately. To him, the path is not traveled by mere wishing or planning alone. It is walked by steady, deliberate steps, taken with intention and resolve. The warrior moves with urgency, but not reckless haste. He acts with a calm focus, each action chosen with care and awareness. This balance between urgency and mindfulness is the rhythm of true progress. It ensures that every move forward is purposeful, every effort aligned with a greater goal. To walk the path of action, you must first plan. Planning is not a burden or a prison, but a compass that guides your steps through the vast landscape of your ambitions. Break down your goals into clear, manageable tasks, transforming overwhelming visions into achievable milestones. This process turns the abstract into the concrete, giving you a roadmap to follow. When each task is small enough to handle, it becomes easier to begin and easier to sustain momentum. Each completed step, no matter how modest, is a victory that fuels your determination to continue. The warrior approaches his daily tasks with a steady energy, fully present and fully committed. He knows that progress is a series of small, consistent actions rather than sudden, dramatic leaps. One of the greatest illusions that trap many is the idea of the perfect moment. The myth that conditions must be ideal to begin or act. Waiting for perfection is waiting forever, for perfection rarely appears. The river never waits for the stones to align before flowing, nor does the sun hesitate to rise. The warrior knows this well and chooses to begin now, even if his first steps are small and imperfect. Beginning is the catalyst for momentum. Momentum is a powerful force that grows with each action taken, turning small efforts into significant achievements over time. The more you move forward, the more confidence you build, and the easier it becomes to keep moving. This steady, relentless motion carves your life, shaping your habits, your mindset, and ultimately your destiny. Walking the path of action requires courage and patience. There will be days when progress feels invisible or too slow. You will face distractions, temptations, and moments of doubt. The world often rewards quick wins and dramatic success, but the warrior understands that lasting change is often quiet and slow. Like the roots of a great tree growing deep beneath the surface, your efforts may not be immediately visible, but they are strengthening your foundation. Each deliberate action you take, no matter how small, is a brick laid in the fortress of your life. Over time, these bricks build a structure strong enough to weather storms and tall enough to reach your dreams. Balance is essential on this path. Action without mindfulness risks becoming reckless, leading to burnout or mistakes. Haste without intention scatters your energy and clouds your judgment. The warrior moves with calm urgency, combining focused energy with deep presence. He understands when to press forward with determination and when to pause and reflect. This balance allows for sustainable progress and keeps you aligned with your true purpose. It is a dance between movement and stillness, effort and rest, strength and patience. The path of action is open to all who are willing to walk it. It requires no special talent, no extraordinary resources. It asks only for your commitment to begin and your willingness to continue despite obstacles. Start now, with what you have and where you are. Take one step forward with intention and then another. Each step teaches you something about yourself and your journey. Trust the process and the power of consistent effort. Through action, your vision transforms from a distant dream into your living reality. Rise now. Step boldly onto the path. Let purpose and discipline fuel your movement. Every step forward is a triumph. Every moment of action carves your life's future. Walk this path relentlessly, and you will become the master of your own destiny. Reflect, renew. As the day draws to a close and the world quiets, there comes a sacred moment, a time to retreat inward, away from the noise and demands of the outside world. This retreat is not a mere pause or a moment of rest. It is a deliberate turning of attention toward the inner self, a sacred ritual of reflection and renewal. Just as a warrior sharpens his blade before the next battle, so too must you sharpen your spirit through reflection. The mind, body, and soul require this pause to distill the lessons of the day and prepare for the challenges yet to come. Without this act of turning inward, the days blend into one another and growth is stunted. Reflection is not judgment. It is not an occasion to chastise or criticize yourself for what went wrong or to cling to regrets. Rather, it is a moment of compassionate observation, a clear-eyed look at your journey without blame or self-recrimination. What did you conquer today? What obstacles did you face and overcome? In what moments did you stumble or falter? These questions are not meant to diminish your spirit, but to illuminate the path ahead, highlighting the areas where growth and learning are needed. The wise warrior understands that every experience, success or failure is a teacher, a stepping stone on the road to mastery. To engage in this reflection deeply, take pen and paper and write down your insights. Writing grounds your thoughts, makes abstract feelings concrete, and reveals patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. As you put your reflections into words, you begin to weave the fabric of your learning, creating a tapestry of understanding that grows richer with each passing day. This practice of journaling is not about perfection, but about honesty and presence. It is a sacred conversation with yourself, a moment of clarity amid the whirlwind of life. Beyond writing, meditation offers a powerful complement to reflection. In meditation, you allow your mind to settle, to release the clutter and chatter that often cloud your awareness. You return to the stillness within, the place where truth reveals itself quietly and clearly. In this stillness, you can observe your day as if from a distance, gaining perspective and insight. Meditation nurtures patience and compassion, qualities essential to growth. It teaches you to accept your journey with kindness, to embrace the process of becoming without rushing or resisting. Renewal is the natural rhythm of mastery, constant, patient, and unyielding. Just as the seasons turn with reliable grace, so too must your spirit engage in cycles of reflection and renewal. Each day's end is an opportunity to shed what no longer serves you, to forgive yourself for mistakes, and to prepare your heart and mind to rise stronger with the dawn. Renewal is not a destination but a journey, an ongoing commitment to growth, healing, and transformation. The warrior who honors this rhythm does not fear the close of day, but welcomes it as a necessary passage. He understands that true strength comes not only from relentless action, but also from the wisdom to pause, reflect, and renew. This balance between effort and rest, between movement and stillness, cultivates resilience and deepens mastery. Through reflection and renewal, you sharpen your blade, steady your spirit, and prepare yourself to face the coming challenges with renewed vigor and clarity. So as night falls, retreat inward with intention. Let the lessons of your day settle within you. Write, meditate, breathe deeply. Prepare your spirit to rise anew tomorrow, stronger, wiser, and ready. This is the sacred dance of growth, the unending cycle that leads to mastery. Embrace it fully, and you will find peace amid the struggle and strength in the journey. Closing power. Discipline is the invisible architect of your years. It shapes the structure of your life, laying down brick by brick the foundation upon which your future stands. Without discipline, even the grandest dreams remain fragile and unfinished, vulnerable to the storms of distraction and doubt. But with discipline, Every day becomes an opportunity, a building block toward mastery and fulfillment. It is the quiet strength that carries you through moments when motivation fades and challenges arise. Discipline is not punishment. It is the deep well of power that you draw from to persevere, to rise, and to continue walking your path. Purpose, like a steady flame, lights your way through the darkness. It cuts through the fog of uncertainty and guides your steps with clarity and meaning. When purpose burns brightly within you, no obstacle is too great, no detour too distracting. Purpose anchors you to what truly matters, giving every action direction and every struggle significance. It transforms the mundane into the meaningful and the difficult into the necessary. This light does not waver with the changing winds of circumstance. It remains steadfast, a beacon that calls you home to yourself and your highest aspirations. Yet, discipline and purpose alone are not enough without action. Action is the heartbeat of progress, the movement that carries vision into reality. It is the bridge between intention and achievement. The warrior understands that without action, purpose is merely an idea and discipline is an empty promise. The path is walked step by step, breath by breath. Each choice to move forward, each effort to engage fully with the present moment is a victory in itself. Action transforms dreams into milestones, hope into achievement. The warrior's path is yours to walk. It is not a race to be won by speed, but a journey to be traveled with presence and perseverance. Win your morning, and you win your day. The morning sets the tone. It is the foundation upon which the rest of your day is built. To rise with purpose, to engage with discipline, to take action early and often, this is how you claim your time and energy. When you master your mornings, you create momentum that carries you through challenges and distractions. Win your days, and you win your life. Each day one adds to the momentum of your journey, shaping a life of intention and power. The power you seek is not somewhere out there waiting to be discovered. It is already within you, quietly waiting to be awakened. This inner power is the source of courage, resilience, and strength. It is the spark that ignites your spirit and the steady flame that sustains you through the trials ahead. To awaken this power is to reclaim your sovereignty over your own life. It requires no special permission, no perfect conditions. It demands only your willingness to rise, to act, and to conquer. So awaken now. Rise with clarity and courage. Act with purpose and discipline. Conquer the battles within and without. The path is open, the moment is yours, and the power within you is waiting to be unleashed. Walk forward with confidence. Each step is your victory, each breath your declaration. The warrior's journey continues, and so does yours. Silent resolve. True power does not roar in the noise of the world. It begins quietly, deeply rooted in silence. Before the first light breaks the horizon, and before the rush of daily demands fills the air, there lies a sacred moment, a stillness waiting to be embraced. This is the time when the mind, often cluttered and restless, can settle like a pond, undisturbed by wind or wave. In this silence, profound strength takes shape, forming the foundation of your unyielding resolve. The warrior knows that power born in silence is far more lasting than any shout or display. It is steady, rooted, and deeply calm. To cultivate silent resolve is to train yourself to find peace amid the storms of life. It is a practice of returning to stillness even when the world rages around you. The mind, like water, often churns with worries, distractions, and fears. But the greatest warriors master the art of calming these waters, letting their thoughts settle to reveal the clarity beneath. This clarity is not absence of thought, but presence of mind, aware, focused, and unshaken. It is in this quiet space that resolve grows strong, pure, and unbreakable. Silent resolve is not passive or weak. It does not mean ignoring challenges or hiding from difficulties. Instead, it is the calm before the storm, the preparation of spirit that allows you to face chaos without losing your center. Like the bamboo that bends in the wind without snapping, your strength in silence is flexible yet firm. This resolve does not shout or demand. It holds steady, ready to meet whatever comes with unwavering calm and focused intention. In a world that often celebrates noise and haste, the silent warrior stands apart. His power is not in volume but in presence. He moves through life with deliberate calm, choosing his actions wisely and conserving his energy for what truly matters. This silent resolve becomes a shield against the distractions and turmoil that seek to unbalance you. It anchors you in your purpose and fuels your courage to face challenges with grace. Cultivating this strength begins with small daily practices. Before the sun rises, take moments to breathe deeply and still your mind. Let go of the chatter and chaos and invite silence to settle in. In this quiet, feel your resolve grow, steadily, surely, like a seedling pushing through the earth toward the light. This practice builds resilience over time, teaching you that no matter the noise outside, your inner calm remains untouched. Remember, silent resolve is the foundation of mastery. It supports every step you take on your journey, every challenge you overcome, and every victory you claim. It is the quiet force that moves mountains not by shouting, but by persistent, unyielding will. When you cultivate this inner silence, you discover a power beyond words, a strength that does not falter, a courage that does not waver. So as you begin your day, seek this silence first. Find the stillness within before engaging with the world. Let your mind settle like still water, clear and reflective. From this silence, let your resolve be born, strong, steady, and unbreakable. The warrior's strength is silent, not loud. Embrace this silent power and face the chaos ahead with unwavering calm. Rooted presence. To live fully is to be present, truly present, in each moment that unfolds. Presence is the foundation of all power, the source from which clarity, strength, and wisdom arise. Imagine a great tree standing tall in a forest, its roots sinking deep into the fertile earth. This tree draws nourishment and stability from its roots, allowing its branches to reach skyward with grace and strength. Like that tree, your power grows and flourishes through rooted presence, the ability to anchor yourself firmly in the now, undistracted and unshaken by the passing currents of thought or emotion. When your attention is scattered, pulled in many directions by worries of the future, regrets of the past, or the endless distractions of modern life, you weaken yourself. Your energy dissipates like leaves caught in a restless wind. You become vulnerable to confusion, fatigue, and indecision. The mind, scattered and unsettled, loses its sharpness, and your connection to life's flow diminishes. Without presence, even the simplest tasks become burdensome, and the richness of experience slips away unnoticed. To be scattered is to drift, disconnected from your true self and the world around you. Grounding yourself in the now is a profound act of power. It begins by turning your attention inward and outward simultaneously. Feel the rhythm of your breath as it moves in and out, a steady, life-giving tide. Sense the sensations of your body, the weight of your feet on the ground, the movement of your muscles, the subtle pulse of energy flowing within. Expand your awareness to your surroundings, the sounds, the scents, the shifting light and shadow. When you root yourself in these tangible sensations, you draw your mind back from wandering, anchoring it firmly in the present moment. This grounded presence sharpens your senses and deepens your connection to the flow of life. Like a great tree sensing the gentle shift of the wind or the coming of rain, your heightened awareness allows you to respond wisely and gracefully to whatever arises. You begin to notice subtleties that were once hidden, the slight change in tone of a friend's voice, the delicate pattern of light through leaves, the steady beat of your own heart. This attunement cultivates a sense of harmony, a seamless dance between your inner world and the external environment. Presence is not a passive state but a dynamic living force. It requires practice and patience to cultivate, especially in a world that prizes speed, multitasking, and distraction. Yet, the rewards are immense. When you are fully present, your mind becomes clear, your emotions steady, and your actions precise. You move through life with a calm confidence, rooted like the ancient tree even amidst storms. This rooted presence becomes the source of your strength, resilience, and peace. To nurture rooted presence, begin with simple daily practices. Set aside moments for mindful breathing, for feeling your body fully, and for observing your surroundings with gentle curiosity. When you find your mind drifting, gently return your focus to the present without judgment. Over time, these practices build a sanctuary of calm within you, a place of stillness and clarity accessible whenever you need it. Remember, your presence is your power. It is the gift you bring to every interaction, every challenge, and every moment of joy. Like the tree whose roots hold fast through seasons of change, your rooted presence sustains you through the shifting tides of life. It connects you deeply to yourself, to others, and to the ever-unfolding flow of existence. So stand firm in this moment. Breathe deeply. Feel your roots sinking into the earth. Let your awareness expand and your senses awaken. Be fully present, here, now, and watch as your power grows, steady and strong like the mighty tree reaching for the sky. Warrior mindset. The warrior's mind is a realm of clarity and courage, a place where doubt and regret find no refuge. It is not a mind untouched by challenges or fears, but one that chooses how to respond to them with unwavering resolve. The warrior understands that energy is precious, a finite resource that must be guarded carefully. He does not squander it on the heavy burdens of self-doubt or the endless loops of what-ifs. Instead, his focus is sharp, his vision clear. Obstacles are not barriers to halt his journey, but challenges to be met and overcome. They are the fires that forge his spirit, the trials that reveal his true strength. To cultivate this warrior mindset, one must embrace courage as a daily practice. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. It is the choice to act in spite of uncertainty, to face the unknown with steady breath and calm heart. Each day offers countless moments to practice this courage, to speak when silence is easier, to move forward when retreat beckons, to hold firm when the winds of doubt blow fiercely. The warrior trains his mind to rise above the chatter of fear and distraction, anchoring himself in purpose and determination. Focus is another pillar of the warrior's mind. The ability to direct attention with precision and intensity is a skill cultivated through discipline. The world around us is full of noise, external distractions, internal conflicts, and competing demands, all vying for your energy and focus. The warrior learns to filter this noise, to choose carefully where to place his attention. Like a master archer aiming at a distant target, he locks his gaze on what matters most, tuning out all else. This focus transforms fragmented effort into powerful action and scattered thoughts into strategic clarity. Relentless determination fuels the warrior's journey. It is the unyielding commitment to persist through setbacks, failures, and obstacles. Determination is not a fleeting burst of motivation, but a steady flame that burns through the darkest nights. It is the inner voice that whispers, "Keep going," when the path grows steep and the body aches. It is the force that compels the warrior to rise again, time and time again, no matter how many times he falls. This relentless spirit is born of deep purpose and unwavering belief in one's own capacity to grow and overcome. Training the warrior's mind is a daily endeavor. It requires consistent effort to feed your thoughts with strength, discipline, and wisdom. Just as the body needs nourishing food and regular exercise, the mind requires intentional cultivation. Surround yourself with ideas and influences that uplift and challenge you. Read texts that inspire courage, listen to teachings that deepen your understanding, and engage in practices such as meditation, reflection, or journaling that clarify your inner landscape. Each of these acts strengthens your mental muscles, sharpening your ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and power. Wisdom is the light that guides the warrior's mind through complexity. It arises from experience, reflection, and humility, the willingness to learn from mistakes and to see beyond immediate desires and fears. Wisdom allows the warrior to act not just with strength, but with insight. It helps him discern when to fight and when to yield, when to speak and when to listen, when to push forward and when to rest. This balance is the mark of true mastery, a mind attuned not only to action but to understanding. Remember, the warrior's mindset is not a destination but a continuous journey. It must be nurtured each day with patience and care. There will be moments of doubt and fear, moments when focus slips and determination wanes. These moments are not failures, but opportunities to deepen your practice and renew your commitment. Each time you return to courage, each time you refocus your attention, and each time you rekindle your determination, you strengthen the foundation of your warrior spirit. Stand now with a clear mind and fearless heart. Release the burdens of doubt and regret. See obstacles as the challenges they truly are, opportunities for growth and transformation. Embrace a mindset of courage, focus, and relentless determination. Train your thoughts daily. Feed your mind with strength, discipline, and wisdom. In doing so, you prepare yourself not only to face the battles ahead, but to conquer them with grace and power. Controlled energy. Energy is the essence of life, the force that animates your body, mind, and spirit. But energy without control is like a wild river, powerful yet destructive, unpredictable and overwhelming. It sweeps through your being, scattering focus, draining strength, and leading you away from the path of mastery. The true master understands that power lies not in the sheer volume of energy, but in the precision with which it is directed and harnessed. Like a seasoned archer who draws the bowstring with measured strength, the master channels his energy breath by breath, movement by movement, cultivating a flow that is steady, focused, and purposeful. This mastery begins with breath. The breath is the most immediate connection to your energy, the bridge between body and mind. Each inhalation draws in life, fueling your inner fire. Each exhalation releases tension and clears the mind. Through mindful breathing, you learn to slow the rush of energy and guide it where it is needed most. Whether you are preparing for action or sinking into stillness, breath control anchors you in the present moment, grounding your energy so it does not dissipate or become chaotic. It is the foundation upon which all other forms of control are built. Movement, too, is an expression of controlled energy. Whether in martial arts, daily tasks, or moments of rest, every motion can be infused with intention and precision. The master moves not with haste or force, but with fluid grace, conserving energy while maximizing impact. Each step is deliberate, each gesture purposeful. This mindful movement creates harmony within the body and between the body and mind. It allows energy to flow freely yet directed, like water navigating a riverbed, powerful but contained. In this way, controlled energy empowers every decision and action, turning simple acts into expressions of strength and clarity. Guarding your energy is a sacred responsibility. Energy is the currency of your life, finite and precious. It can be wasted on meaningless distractions, negative emotions, or careless habits that drain rather than sustain. The master becomes keenly aware of where his energy goes and protects it fiercely. He chooses his engagements wisely, avoids needless conflict, and nurtures practices that replenish rather than deplete. This conscious stewardship of energy creates resilience, vitality, and endurance, the qualities that sustain you on the warrior's path. Controlled energy is not about suppression but about harmony. It is not force against force but flow with purpose. When you master this balance, you move through life with calm power, ready to meet challenges with clarity and strength. You conserve your energy for what truly matters and deploy it with wisdom and precision. This mastery transforms chaos into order, distraction into focus, and fatigue into sustained vitality. Remember, every breath you take is an opportunity to cultivate controlled energy. Each moment, whether in action or stillness, invites you to harness your inner force with intention. Practice mindful breathing, move with awareness, and protect your energy as the priceless treasure it is. In doing so, you cultivate the power to shape your life with grace, strength, and unshakable presence. Purposeful action. In the realm of mastery, action is more than mere movement. It is deliberate, intentional, and deeply aligned with purpose. To act without purpose is to drift aimlessly, allowing the currents of impulse and distraction to dictate your course. The warrior knows that each movement, each choice, is a brushstroke on the canvas of his life. Nothing is random or wasted. Every action carries weight and meaning. Purposeful action is the foundation upon which discipline and vision build a life of power and fulfillment. Before stepping forward, the warrior pauses to reflect, to connect deeply with his goals and intentions. Reflection is not hesitation, but preparation. It is the act of tuning the mind and spirit, ensuring that every action resonates with the core of one's true purpose. When your actions align with your deepest intentions, you move with clarity and strength. Your steps are measured but confident, your efforts concentrated rather than scattered. This focused approach transforms ordinary tasks into profound expressions of your will. Purposeful action creates momentum, a force that grows with each deliberate step taken in alignment with your goals. Like a rolling boulder gathering speed and power as it descends, your consistent, intentional actions build unstoppable energy. Momentum fuels motivation, sharpens focus, and expands your capacity to achieve. The more you engage in purposeful action, the more you embody the path of mastery. You become a force that moves steadily and surely toward your highest aspirations. Impulsive actions, by contrast, dissipate energy and scatter intention. They lead to frustration, distraction, and often regret. The warrior guards against this tendency by cultivating mindfulness, a state of awareness that allows him to choose rather than react. Mindfulness creates space between impulse and response, enabling thoughtful decisions that serve long-term goals rather than short-term desires. This practice deepens over time, transforming instinct into wisdom and spontaneity into strategic movement. Each purposeful action is a statement of sovereignty. It is a declaration that you are the author of your life, the master of your choices. This empowers you to navigate challenges with resilience and grace, to adapt without losing direction, and to create results that matter. Purposeful action is both the path and the journey, the means and the end. To cultivate purposeful action, begin by clarifying your goals regularly. Write them down, meditate on them, and revisit them often. Let your intentions be the guiding light for every decision and movement. Develop rituals and habits that support these goals, reinforcing your commitment daily. Celebrate progress, learn from setbacks, and remain steady in your dedication. Remember, greatness is built not by accident, but by the steady accumulation of purposeful acts. When you choose to move with intention, you unlock a power that propels you beyond obstacles and toward mastery. Your path becomes clear, your journey meaningful, and your life a testament to focused, deliberate action. Rise with purpose, act with clarity, build momentum. The warrior's path is yours to carve, one purposeful step at a time. Enduring patience. Patience is often misunderstood in a world that prizes speed and instant gratification. Yet, true strength is frequently hidden in stillness. Patience is endurance cloaked in calm, a quiet power that sustains the warrior through the slow, often unseen progress of mastery. It is not passive waiting or resignation, but an active, conscious acceptance of the natural unfolding of growth. The warrior understands that the path to greatness is rarely swift or smooth. It is forged through time, sometimes taking years, sometimes a lifetime, to reach the heights of skill, wisdom, and fulfillment. This patience is not born of weakness but of deep trust in the process. It requires faith that every step, no matter how small, carries meaning and moves you closer to your goal. The warrior knows that rushing the journey only leads to frustration, mistakes, and loss of direction. Instead, he moves with deliberate care, honoring the pace of his own development and the rhythms of life itself. Patience teaches resilience. When progress feels slow, when obstacles seem insurmountable, it whispers that persistence is the true victory. Enduring patience is also an invitation to embrace uncertainty. The future is never guaranteed, and the exact path is often obscured. Yet within this uncertainty lies opportunity, the chance to grow through challenges, to refine your purpose, and to deepen your strength. The warrior meets uncertainty not with fear, but with steady resolve, knowing that patience is his greatest ally. He learns to remain present, to engage fully with each moment, trusting that the cumulative effect of patient effort will yield profound transformation. To cultivate enduring patience, one must develop self-compassion. Growth is not a linear path, and setbacks are natural parts of the process. Instead of harsh self-judgment, the patient warrior treats himself with kindness. Recognizing that mastery requires both effort and grace, he uses periods of stillness to reflect, recharge, and renew his commitment, understanding that these pauses are as vital as action in the journey toward excellence. Patience also deepens wisdom. Through waiting and enduring, the warrior gains perspective. He learns to see beyond immediate results and to value the journey itself. This wisdom fosters humility, an acknowledgement that mastery is not about perfection, but about continual learning and growth. It reminds the warrior that each stage of the journey has its purpose, and rushing through only diminishes the richness of experience. In the end, patience is the silent force that underpins every great achievement. It is the steady drumbeat that carries the warrior forward through trials and triumphs alike. When patience is embraced as a companion rather than a barrier, it becomes a source of peace and power, a testament to the strength found not in haste, but in enduring faith and calm perseverance. So, as you walk your path, remember to carry patience with you. Let it steady your heart when the road is long, soften your spirit when progress stalls, and guide your steps with quiet confidence. Enduring patience is the foundation of mastery, the rhythm of true strength, and the path to greatness. Balanced mind. Balance is the heart of true power. It is the delicate dance between opposing forces, a harmony that sustains and strengthens rather than divides or depletes. In life, balance manifests as the artful blending of effort and rest, strength and softness, ambition and contentment. To walk the path of mastery is to learn this dance intimately, to cultivate a mind that remains steady amid chaos, adaptable in the face of change, and resilient against pressure. The balanced mind is neither rigid nor chaotic. It is a flowing river, steady in its course yet flexible enough to navigate every bend and obstacle. Effort without rest leads to burnout. Strength without softness breeds rigidity. Ambition without contentment fuels endless striving without peace. The warrior understands that power is not found in extremes, but in the equilibrium between them. To push relentlessly without pause is to risk fracturing the spirit, while to rest without return to effort risks stagnation. Thus, balance is a dynamic state, an ongoing practice of listening to the body, mind, and spirit, and responding with care and wisdom. One of the deepest ways to cultivate balance is through breath. The breath is the bridge between the physical and the mental, the rhythm that unites body and mind. Through mindful breathing, you anchor yourself in the present moment, calming the storm of thoughts and emotions that threaten to overwhelm. Slow, deep breaths steady the heart and focus the mind, creating space for clarity and insight. In the inhale, you gather energy. In the exhale, you release tension and distraction. This flow of breath mirrors the balance we seek in life, the give and take, the rise and fall, the ebb and flow of existence. Movement is another vital practice for balance. Whether it is the slow, deliberate flow of Qigong or the precise discipline of martial arts, movement connects you to your body and grounds your energy. It teaches you to blend strength with softness, power with grace. Each motion is an exercise in harmony, how to exert force without losing fluidity, how to remain rooted while adapting to shifting circumstances. Through movement, you experience the balance of tension and release, learning that true strength is found not in stiffness but in supple resilience. Reflection completes the triad of practices that foster a balanced mind. Taking time to pause, to look inward, and to contemplate your experiences allows you to integrate lessons and realign your path. Reflection cultivates self-awareness and humility, qualities essential to balance. It reminds you that balance is not a fixed state, but a journey requiring patience and attention. Through reflection, you learn to recognize when you have veered too far toward effort or rest, ambition or contentment, and you can gently guide yourself back to the center. In cultivating a balanced mind, you discover freedom, the freedom from the extremes that trap and exhaust you. You find the ability to face life's challenges with equanimity, to move through difficulties without being overwhelmed, and to savor moments of peace without complacency. Balance nurtures resilience, allowing you to bend without breaking and to respond to change with grace. It is the foundation of wisdom and the wellspring of true power. So, embrace balance as your daily practice. Breathe deeply to center yourself. Move mindfully to ground your energy. Reflect honestly to maintain your course. Let the rhythm of balance guide you through the complexities of life, steadying your heart and sharpening your mind. In balance, you are not torn apart by conflict, but woven together into a whole, vibrant with strength and peace. The balanced mind is your greatest ally, steady, adaptable, and free. Humble confidence. Confidence often wears many faces, some loud and brash, others quiet and steady. True confidence, however, is born not from arrogance or pride, but from a deep well of humility. The warrior understands this intimately. He knows that to claim strength without recognizing one's limits is to build a fragile foundation destined to crumble. Humble confidence is the gentle yet unwavering assurance that comes from knowing oneself honestly, embracing strengths with gratitude, and acknowledging weaknesses without shame. It is a quiet power that does not need to shout to be heard, but resonates deeply wherever it goes. At the heart of humble confidence lies the willingness to learn. The true warrior is a lifelong student, aware that mastery is not a destination, but a continual journey. Each day offers lessons, some in success, others in failure, and the humble warrior greets both with equal openness. He does not fear admitting when he does not know or when he has made a mistake. Instead, he sees these moments as opportunities for growth, pathways to greater understanding and skill. This mindset transforms challenges into teachers and setbacks into stepping stones. Humble confidence is also characterized by presence and integrity. It invites respect not by demanding it, but by living authentically and acting with honor. When you approach the world with this quiet assurance, doors begin to open. People sense the difference between arrogance, which creates distance, and humble confidence, which builds bridges. This form of confidence fosters trust and connection, empowering you to lead not through force, but through example and wisdom. Balancing humility with boldness is an art. The warrior moves forward with courage, taking risks and embracing challenges, but without the arrogance that blinds or alienates. Humble confidence means knowing when to advance and when to step back, when to speak and when to listen. It is strength tempered by compassion, ambition balanced by grace. This equilibrium allows the warrior to navigate life's complexities with poise and clarity. To cultivate humble confidence, begin with self-awareness. Reflect honestly on your abilities and areas for growth. Practice gratitude for your achievements without letting them inflate your ego. Embrace mistakes as essential parts of the learning process. Surround yourself with teachers, mentors, and peers who challenge and support your development. Through these practices, your confidence deepens, not as a loud proclamation, but as a steady, undeniable presence. Remember, humble confidence is not weakness cloaked in false modesty. It is the quiet force that sustains the warrior through adversity, the inner light that guides him with clarity and courage. It is a strength that invites others to rise alongside you, fostering a community built on mutual respect and shared growth. So approach each day with humility and boldness entwined. Stand firm in your truths while remaining open to learning. Speak with conviction, yet listen with an open heart. In this balance lies the power to lead, to inspire, and to conquer, not by overwhelming force, but through quiet, steady confidence. Humble confidence is your path to lasting strength. Gracious strength. Strength without grace is mere force. It may push and break, but it cannot build or inspire. True mastery lies in strength tempered by kindness, gracious strength. To move through your day with gracious strength is to offer compassion to others and yourself, even amid struggle and challenge. This strength is quiet but unwavering. It builds lasting connections, nurtures inner peace, and sustains resilience. Be strong enough to be gentle and gentle enough to be strong. This balance is the foundation of a life well lived, a path walked not by domination, but by dignity and respect. At the heart of this path is vision clarity, the compass that guides you through uncertainty. Without clear vision, even the most powerful effort can scatter like dust on the wind. See clearly what you want and why you want it. Let this vision become your light in the darkness, your anchor in storms, your fire in cold nights. Write it down, meditate on it daily, return to it often. Let your vision fuel your determination and steady your heart, illuminating the path forward when the way seems lost. Yet vision alone cannot carry you. It must be supported by the sacred routine that forms the architecture of your life. Rituals are not empty habits, but sacred practices, daily anchors that ground your body, mind, and spirit. Whether it is morning meditation to still the mind, physical training to awaken the body, or mindful breathing to harness your energy, these rituals build your fortress of strength and purpose. Treat your routine as a sacred practice, a daily offering to the warrior within, and you will find stability in chaos and clarity in confusion. On this foundation stands relentless growth. The journey to mastery is endless. The warrior embraces growth with open arms, seeking knowledge, pushing boundaries, and evolving constantly. Failures are not defeats, but lessons. Obstacles are not barriers, but gateways. Relentless growth means never settling for less than your true potential. It is the flame that keeps your spirit alive, the wellspring from which resilience and wisdom flow. Through this continuous evolution, you find true freedom. Freedom is not the absence of discipline, but the mastery of self. When you govern your mind and habits with discipline, you become free. Free to pursue your dreams without hesitation, free from the chains of doubt and distraction. This freedom is hard-earned but priceless, the ultimate reward of the disciplined warrior who chooses presence and purpose over fleeting pleasures. Every choice you make also shapes your legacy. The warrior fights not only for himself but for those who follow, the generations to come. Live with intention so your actions inspire, uplift, and create a world richer in strength, wisdom, and compassion. Your legacy is the echo of your footsteps on the path, the seed planted in the hearts of others. Build it with care and courage. When doubts arise, and they will, hold fast to your unshakable faith. Faith in yourself, in your path, and in the process sustains you through uncertainty and trial. This faith is your shield, guarding your spirit when the world feels harsh and the road unclear. Trust that the strength you cultivate daily will carry you through the darkest nights and into the dawn of your greatest victories. Life offers you daily victories, small battles that might seem insignificant, but when celebrated, build confidence and momentum. Each decision to stand tall, each act of discipline, each moment of presence is a victory worth honoring. These daily wins pave the way to mastery. They transform ordinary days into a journey of excellence. The time to act is now. Do not wait for the perfect moment, for it is an illusion. The warrior rises at the first call, seizing this breath, this moment, with full presence and fierce intention. Your next 50 years, your legacy, your freedom, your mastery depend on the choices you make today. Rise now, own this moment, walk your path with gracious strength, clear vision, sacred routine, relentless growth, true freedom, and unshakable faith. Celebrate each victory and build your legacy step by step, breath by breath.